show brought to you by the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development and sponsored by the Office of National Drug Control Policy. So I have to mention that the thoughts and words and expressions expressed on this show are not necessarily the thoughts and words and considerations of the Office of National Drug Control Policy, nor of the White House. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to be here on this Thursday afternoon here in the middle of July. We are having a hot summer in July, and I know that most of the time you're accustomed to seeing me in my shirt and tie, but today I have on my Center for Urban Youth and Family Development t-shirt because we're in the throes of our summer youth employment program. We have some fine young people here with us today that are part of that program, and we have been having an exciting time. We kicked off about a week ago, and we've been learning some phenomenal things about substance abuse prevention. We're doing some life skills development. Of course, we're doing some workforce development. We've been out on a field trip. We've had some lunch at a wonderful new restaurant. We've also done a college tour out at Schoolcraft College, and we've got a whole lot of more exciting things to do. But before we get into that, I just want to bring you up to date about a couple of things, opportunities that are available. First of all, Wayne County Community College is going to be offering a coding camp and sports clinic, and it's for youth that are between the grades of 6 and 11. It's a 2-week camp. It starts off on July the 26th and runs through August the 6th. It'll be going every day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it's going to take place at the Wayne County Community College District Northwest Campus that's located at 8200 West Outer Drive here in Detroit. And you can learn more about careers in STEM, robotics, coding, and more. And if you're interested in participating in that, then give a call to 313-496-2345. Once again, that's 313-496-2345, or visit www.wccd.ed. That's www.wccd.ed, and find out more about this wonderful opportunity for young people in the grades of 6 through 11. That's going to take place July the 26th through August the 6th, and it'll be starting at 8 o'clock a.m. through 4 p.m. Then another wonderful event that's going to take place is our wonderful Community Street Fest that's going to be next Saturday, July the 24th, and that's going to be at the Keyworth Park in Hamtramck. That's located at 3201 Roosevelt in Hamtramck, and it's going to be a great time between the hours of 12 and 4. We're going to have a gaming truck out there so that the young people can do a little bit of gaming. We're going to have our barbecue grill out there. The men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity are going to be out grilling and distributing free food. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is sponsoring the gaming truck, and we're going to have a grand time for families. Just come on out to 3201 Roosevelt. That's the Keyworth Park in Hamtramck for our Community Street Festival that's focused on substance abuse prevention. We want to have some fun times without folks getting high, and that's going to take place between the hours of 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m. And then, last but not least, on August the 20th, the Coalition for Healthy Youth and Families, in collaboration with the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, the Mac Alive organization, the Milestones Agency, the Akubalan Village, and the National Council on Alcohol and Drug Dependency are going to also be giving a community street festival between the hours of 11 and 3. We're going to have all types of fun and food out there. There's going to be free prizes and giveaways. So come on out on August the 20th between 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. That'll be located at 2400 East McNichols. That's 2400 East McNichols Boulevard. Come on out, and you are going to be able to have a fun opportunity at our Community Street Festival. Okay, well, enough about that. I want to get to these wonderful young people that we have with us today from our Center for Urban Youth and Family Development Summer Youth Employment Program. So first, I'm going to ask my friend Letitia if she can introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Letitia Morgan McPhail. I'm 19.
All right, Letitia, and she is 19 years old and working in the program. Thank you, Letitia. And then we also have another young man with us, Mr. Ontarion. Tell us about yourself, Ontarion.
My name is Ontarion Benson. I am 18 years old.
All right, Ontarion, we're glad to have you. You guys have been in the Summer Youth Employment Program. What do you think about the program? How's it been so far?
So far, it's been good.
It's been good?
Like it, yeah.
All right, what about you, Ontarion? You think it's been good?
Yeah, it's been good.
All right. Have you had an opportunity to do some things that you haven't ever done before?
Yeah, a lot of things.
All right, very good. Today we had an exciting adventure. We went over to Schoolcraft College, and then we went to a place called Potbelly for some good subs and sandwiches. How'd you like Potbelly? Had you ever been there before?
No,
No,
never
first
in my
time.
life.
All right. Well, the Potbelly is pretty good. Was it good, tasty food?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
Very good.
What did you think, Letitia?
Yeah, I
All
liked
right.
it.
Very good. Well, I just want to share with our viewing and listening audience some of the things that we've been learning and concentrating on. And one of the things that we work on is a formula for life. And that formula starts with C. What does C stand for, guys?
Character.
That's right. C stands for character. And character is integrity and honesty. It's being helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. It's the things that you are made up of. That's the manhood and the womanhood within you that gives you your character. And then the next part of our formula is E. What does E stand for, guys?
Education.
That's right. You got to have a great education. In today's society, without education, you're not going to be able to function. So you got to have character and then education. And then we say there's a P. And what does that P stand for?
Perseverance.
That's right. The P stands for perseverance. You cannot be a quitter. You cannot give up. You've got to keep hanging in there no matter what. You've got to keep climbing. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep moving forward. So we got character. We got education. We got perseverance. And then there's a U. What does the U stand for, team?
Uplift.
That's right. U stands for uplift. And that's lifting while you climb, helping somebody else achieve their goals while you're achieving your goals. And what happens is when you stop focusing on your issues and your problems and start reaching out to help other people, you'll find that other folks have problems that are bigger than yours, and you can stop focusing on your problem to help other people. There's an old saying, I complained about not having shoes until I met the man that had no feet. All right, so we got character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift, and then we want to multiply that times F. What's that F stand for?
Friendship.
That's right, friendship. You got to have a good network. It's not always about what you know. Sometimes it's about who you know. You got to have friends. You got to know influential people in the right places. You got to surround yourself with good people, and you got to cut yourself off from the negative people that might be impacting your life. So we got character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift times friendship plus L. What's that L stand for?
Love.
That's right. L stands for love. And the most important person that you can love is yourself. That's right. Self-love is number one. Because if you love yourself, then you won't abuse yourself. If you love yourself, you won't let anybody else abuse you. So you got to have self-love. So we got character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift times friendship plus love. And then there's one last element, and that's plus T. What's that T stand for?
True.
That's right, truth. And the truth, in our opinion, is the Word of God. And that's no matter where it comes from. If you're a Christian, it comes from the Holy Bible. If you're a Muslim, it comes from the Quran. If you're Jewish, it comes from the scrolls. If you're Hindu, it comes from the Tao. But it is the Word of God, and knowing the Word of God is knowing the truth. So if you take character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift and multiply that times friendship plus love plus truth, you're going to get the three things that everybody wants out of life, that PHP. And what's the first P stand for?
Peace.
That's right, peace. And you want a peaceful world and a peaceful existence. And then the H stands for what?
Happiness.
That's right, happiness. You want to be peaceful, you want to be happiness. And then what's that last piece stand for?
Prosperity.
Prosperity. We got to have a prosperous life. We don't don't want to be walking around all void and dull and unhappy because we ain't got a few coins in our pocket because we ain't got the things that we want. We want the fact that we don't want a few coins. We want the straight up mumps in our pocket. We want a big old lump in our pocket of the prosperity that the world has to offer to us. So that's right. C plus E plus P plus U times F plus L plus T equals PHP. That's character plus education plus perseverance plus uplift times friendship plus love plus truth equals peace, happiness, and prosperity. Thank you, team. I really appreciate you helping me out with that. Another thing we're learning about is the 5 Ps. Guys, tell me what the 5 Ps represent.
Prior
Preparation
prevents poor performance.
That's right. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. If you want to do well in life, then prepare yourself. Get prepared early in life. Get prepared for the things that you want to accomplish, because we know that prior preparation will prevent poor performance. So those are the 5 Ps. And then, Letitia, it's a whole bunch of people running around saying, I'm just waiting for my lucky break. Tell them what luck is.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
That's right. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. If you don't have yourself prepared, all the opportunities can come your way, but you ain't going to be lucky enough to take advantage of them. Right now, if I was to say the person who can tell me the Gettysburg Address will get $200, nobody's saying the Gettysburg Address because they ain't prepared to say it. So nobody's getting $200. So nobody's having a lucky break. Remember, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. If you prepare yourself, when an opportunity comes your way, you can take advantage of it. You're a lucky person. All right? And we got one last thing, and I'm going to throw this over to my main man, Ontarion, and that is everybody's got an excuse. But there is no such thing as an excuse. Tell us what excuses are.
Excuses are
tools of the incompetent.
tools of the accomplishment.
And those that
And
use
those
them,
who's is seldom
good for
and
anything else but another excuse.
excuse.
That's right. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent. And those that use them are seldom good for anything else but another excuse. If you had a 3-year-old child and you were saying, hey, this Friday is your birthday, it's your big day, come Friday, would there be any excuse why you didn't have a birthday present for that 3-year-old child? Is there any explanation that you'd be able to give that child? No, there is not, because there are no excuses. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, and those that use them are seldom good for anything else but another excuse. So those are some of the things that we've been working on with our Summer Youth Employment Program. We've been having a tremendous time. We've talked about goal settings. We know that in order to set a goal, you have to meet 4 criteria. Your goal has to be meaningful. It has to be important to you. It has to have some meaning. Then your goal has to be measurable. Can you actually measure the achievements that you're accomplishing? Then the 4th criterion is your goal has to be manageable. Can you actually do the things? Do you have the resources that you need to achieve that goal? And last but not least, your goal needs to be realistic. Come on. Your goal needs to be realistic. So it's got to be meaningful, manageable, measurable, and realistic. And that's what we're teaching our young people today on how to set a goal. And right now, I'm going to give you, my listening and viewing audience, an opportunity to learn something that we're teaching our young people that we haven't even taught them yet, but we're going to teach them today, and we all going to learn it together. And that is keeping it real. Yeah, go on and give me a little laugh. Do you have to keep it real, Ontarion?
Always.
You always got to keep it real. And when it comes to getting high and people asking you about getting high, all you got to do is keep it real.
Keep it real.
Tell them, hey, man, I'm keeping it real. And you know how to keep it real? The R stands for, and repeat after me, refuse.
Refuse.
That's the first step in keeping it real, that R. When somebody offers you substances that are not good for you, refuse. That's simple. Just refuse. Then the next step, see, some people, when you refuse, they, oh, man, oh, girl, what's wrong with you? Then the next thing is E in the word real. Explain. You refuse, And then you explain, hey, I don't get high. It's not good for me. I don't abuse myself. I love myself. I ain't gonna let you abuse me because I love myself. I don't do those things because it's bad for my body, it's bad for my brain, it's bad for my future. Explain it to them. Refuse it and then explain it. I don't do that. That's not me. Then, after you've refused and you explain, then come to A. You know what that A stands for? Repeat after me. Avoid.
Avoid.
That's right. Once you've refused it and you've explained it, then you know them the type of people you need to avoid being around. Right. You need to avoid running into them because they're offering you something that you don't need. So you've refused it, you've explained it to them, you're trying to avoid them, but every now and then, you know you run into them. They're your peers. You see them on the corner. You see them at school. You see them at the store. You see them in the park. But when you see them, what you supposed to do? That's where the L word comes in. Repeat after me. Leave.
Leave.
That's right. Simply leave.
Leave.
Get the heck out of there, man. So you refuse it. You explain to them why you ain't doing it. You avoid being around them. And anytime you are around them and they offering it to you, you leave. So, when you keep it real, what does R stand for? Refuse. Repeat after me. Refuse.
Refuse.
Then explain.
Explain.
Then you avoid it.
Avoid.
And then you leave.
Leave.
And that is keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. That's keeping it real, Letitia. That's keeping it real, Antarion. That's keeping it real, America. That's keeping it real, the Bahamas. That's keeping it real, St. Martin. That's keeping it real, St. Croix. That's keeping it real, St. Thomas. Come on now. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it real, Jamaica. We want to refuse. We want to explain. We want to avoid it. And if we must, we'll have to leave. And that's how we keep it real. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here. And then when we come back, we're going to update you with a few more opportunities and close this baby out.
Meet Danny, high school senior, 17 years of age, all A student. Danny is just now finding out he scored 1,490 out of 1,600 on his SAT. Danny's friend decided to ask, "How did you do it?" Danny replied, "I believe every day is a test. To fail or succeed, you choose." The effects of vaping is the one test that Danny chose not to study for.
Vaping does not discriminate on who becomes addicted. Over 2 million high school students use some type of electronic cigarette device. The top tobacco companies also own vaping devices. The FDA found that vaping contains some of the same toxic chemicals as regular cigarettes that lead to cancer. So whether you smoke traditional cigarettes with tobacco or smoke electronic cigarettes using nicotine, your health is at risk. There's no safe way to smoke. For more information, contact the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development.
You will love your Avis Ford because at Avis Ford, we make it easy to get you your no money down monthly payment right over the phone. We call it Shop by Phone, and it's the best way we know to get you your payment options fast. You want leather and a sunroof? How about an upgrade to all-wheel drive? Just give us a call. Shop online, shop by phone, or visit us at Telegraph at 12 Mile. Call 1-800-SHOP-FORD.
The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is a nonprofit organization that focuses on preventing personal problems we believe are facilitated by being raised in a foster care environment, or remediating potential problems through education and information to the community. Our programs focus on 3 key areas: youth aging out of foster care, community action, and healthcare. Our programs are focused on young adults in the foster care system who are about to age out, those that have just aged out, and the community at large. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development hosts a variety of services focusing on the needs of foster care youth throughout the community. We also work with numerous community coalitions in our effort to provide the best services for our clients and to help build stronger communities. We believe that a healthy mind and body are cornerstones to a healthy and prosperous community. The center also engages our community in mental health and wellness advocacy, as well as suicide prevention. Fostered youth emerge from the foster care system vulnerable to substance abuse, with little opportunity to obtain higher education or develop life skills. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development empowers youth that are in and transitioning out of the foster care system to overcome the struggles and challenges by providing them substance abuse prevention, life skills training, and workforce development programs. Drawing from the life experiences of our founder, Mr. Marcel Arbuckle, we open the door to positive and productive life through education, health, and life skills development. For more information, you can visit our website at cuyfddetroit.org or check out our social media at cuyfddetroit.
The non-medical use of prescription drugs, including opioids, is a growing concern in our communities, affecting all ages, including our youth. If the medication wasn't prescribed to you or has expired, don't take it. If your name isn't on the bottle, it's not meant for you to swallow. Addiction is real, and lives are being ruined. Or worse yet, lost.
Visit preventiondetroit.org/opioids to find prescription Dropbox locations.
Welcome back to Urban Review. We are here with two of our members of our Summer Youth Employment Program from the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. We've got the beautiful Letitia and the handsome Antarion. So first, we're going to go with Letitia and ask her to tell us a little bit about herself. Tell us a little bit about you, Letitia.
So I'm Letitia. I'm 19. I'm planning on attending college soon,
All
Oakland
right.
Community.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I want to go through the nursing program. I want to be an RN.
All right, fantastic. So you like helping people,
I
huh?
do.
All right. And Antarion, what about you, brother?
Me, I just want to, finish, high school, get my
Okay.
GED or something, go to trade school for being an electrician, and then go from there.
All right, my brother. That is an honorable, and prosperous endeavor there. You know, we need skills tradesmen, and those electricians, they command a pretty darn good high salary. So we're going to be looking forward to helping you. And there's some programs here in the city that we are going to turn you on to. And in fact, what I'm going to do, based on your interest of being a registered nurse and being an electrician, I'm going to do a little research. And at the next month, when we have our program, I'm going to give our viewing and listening audience some tips on where they can get some support on being a registered nurse and on being involved in the skills trades, specifically in the area of electricity. So once again, I just want to remind everyone that on next Saturday at Keyworth Park, that's 3201 Roosevelt Street in Hamtramck, between the hours of 12 p.m., 12 noon, and 4 p.m. There'll be a community street festival. The Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is one of the lead sponsors of this event, along with Omega Psi Phi Fraternity and the WOW organization. And we are going to have food. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some resources, some substance abuse prevention resources, some mental health wellness resources, some suicide prevention resources out there for the people in the community. And that is, once again, 3201 Roosevelt Street in Hamtramck, the Keyworth Park, and that will be between the hours of 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m. And then on August the 20th, at 2400 East McNichols, that is the National Council on Alcohol and Drug Dependency, the Coalition for Healthy Youth and Families, in collaboration with the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, the Milestones Agency, the Akubalan Village, and Mac Alive, and our friends down in Southwest Detroit. We're going to Latino Family Services. We're all going to be getting together at 2400 East McNichols between the hours of 11 and 3. We're going to have some fun activities. Our law enforcement friends are going to be out there distributing some materials. We're going to have free food, some other giveaways, as well as resources for health care. mental health, and all of those things. So we really look forward to having you out and participating. Also, our friends over at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church at 18700 James Cousins on Saturday, the first Saturday in August. Our brothers and sisters over there are going to be having a open air market with vendors. Come on out. That's right at the corner of 7 Mile and the Lodge. That's 18700 James Cousin, Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. Come on out and enjoy them. And every Wednesday, if you are in food distress, go over to Hartford, and they are distributing free food for the community. And then also at the administrative headquarters, you can get your COVID testing done. They are doing the swab test as well as getting you prepared to go and take a vaccination. And I'm encouraging everybody in the city of Detroit to get out, get vaccinated so we can get back to normal. All right? And so now I'm going to bring us to a close. And as always, we're going to close out as we always do with the words that Nelson Mandela said when he was in his 27 years of captivity. Out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods there be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud, and under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the minutes of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. For it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the captain of my fate and the master of my soul. And now I'm going to get my young people to help me with one of our fantastic poems that we always say and that we're working on. And that's when you're up against some trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Plant your feet, set your shoulders, lift your chin, and take a brace. And when the worst is bound to happen, in spite of all that you can do, you may fail, but you may conquer.
See it through.
Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. When it's veiled to try and dodge in spite of all that you can do, remember running from it will not save you.
See it through.
Black, even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you'll be set. But remember, you're simply facing what other men have met. So if you fail, fall still fighting. And don't give up, whatever you do. You keep your eyes to the front, your head high to the finish, and everybody see it through. Thank you for watching Urban Review.